Welcome to Eyogahub and welcome to today's practice, which is all about balance and confidence. We will be working on some balancing poses, coordination, and it's more about exploring the movement rather than getting it perfectly done. Balance is usually really tightly connected to a stress factor in our life. The more stressful period we are going through, most likely our balance is going to be more challenging. So let's explore that, see how we can challenge ourselves in a fun way and how we can improve our balance. To begin off with, let's just stay with our feet rooted into the earth. Close your eyes for a second and just notice how you're feeling, allowing a few exhales through the mouth. And then slowly drawing the breath back through the nose. Opening the eyes. And before we move forward, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a bit better. Make sure that the feet are rooted into the earth. The knees are slightly bent so you're not really locking them in. The pelvis is nice and neutral so you're not pushing the tail out or you're not tucking the pelvis. You have that sort of middle ground here. The belly is nice and soft so the breath can flow without restrictions. The shoulders are nice and soft, relaxed. I'm not slouching forward or overreaching with my heart. And I'm pushing the back of the head slightly backwards. So I'm creating that length in the neck. The jaw is nice and relaxed and the tongue is resting on the upper palate. So keep that in mind as we move forward. From here, I'm going to focus on my feet first today. I'm going to bring the toes up, so only the toes reach up. I'm going to spread them open and I'm going to try to glue them back one at a time, starting with the outer toes, moving toward the big toe. And we're going to repeat that a few more times. You can look at your toes or you can, if you prefer, to just look somewhere straight ahead. So we're going to bring the toes up, spread them wide open and then glue them back one at a time. And doing this a few more times. Sometimes the brain connects things better if we add the hand movement, so you can sort of simultaneously do it both at the same time. So you bring it up, spread it wide open, and then glue it back one at a time. And one more time. Okay. Now the next exercise, we're going to keep our feet hip width, same posture as we went through at the beginning of the session. I can bring my hands onto my hips or I can keep them down, whatever works better for you for today's practice. I'm going to bring my heels up, and as I'm bringing them up, I'm going to focus on really stabilizing the ankles. So instead of the ankles swaying everywhere, we want to really stabilize that joint and move up with control and then move down with control. Again, if you don't get it perfect, that's completely okay. It's about trying and having some fun along with it. Now, this is quite easy for you. You can add arm movement. And as you do this, try to follow the breath as well. So with the inhale, let's lift the arms up, lift the heels up. And with the exhale, we'll lower everything down. One more thing here. As you move, try to not allow the rib cage to stick out. You want to keep the rib cage connected to the pelvis, so the ribs stay above the pelvis. A few more repetitions. Okay, and then the next time you rise up, you are going to stay up. It doesn't have to be at your highest point. You just stay wherever it feels good for you and breathe. And then slowly lower down. Good, and just relax the body a bit. Shake out your legs. Moving to the next exercise. I'm going to come to a Pilates stance, bring my heels together, spread spread the front part of the feet wide open. I'm going to connect the heels. Again, I can bring my hands onto my hips, and I'm going to bring the heels off the mat, but keeping them together, connected, and then down. And just bring them up and down. And one more time, bringing them up and bringing them down. Good. Okay. From here, I'm going to shake up my legs once more. And I'm going to step the right leg back into a high lunge. My hands can be resting on my hips, or if I have enough balance, I can reach them forward. Once more, be wary of the rib cage and the position of the ribs in regards to the pelvis, and also the head not slouching forward, but bringing it back. Staying here for a few moments. And then we are going to bring the right knee in front of the right hip. And then slowly with control, coming back to a high lunge. And moving here a few more times. And then next time we bring the knee up, we're going to stay there, holding for a few moments. You can either stay here, or you can bring the left hand on the outside of the right leg. Create a connection here, push the leg into the hand and vice versa. And then you can bring the right hand to the back and gaze towards the right hand. Great, and then bring everything back to center and lengthen the right leg. Bring it back down, but don't ground it yet into the floor. Keep it at leveraging above the earth. Staying here for a few moments. And then rooting it down. Great. Let's do the other side. Again, place your hands wherever it feels good for you and bring the left leg to the back. You're probably going to notice now that one side is more challenging than the other, which is perfectly fine and normal. If you want to, you can reach the arms up. And let's start with some movement. Bring the left knee in front of the left hip and then step it back with control. There you go, a bit of a challenge. So obviously this side for me is a bit more challenging today. And next time you come up, stay there. Take a few moments to breathe. And if you want to move to the next step, bring the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Create that connection. Push the hand into the leg and vice versa. Bring the left arm reaching towards the back. Same with the gaze. Find the breath. And then bring everything back to center. Extend the left leg forward and then bring the foot to hover over the earth. And slowly ground it back into the earth. Okay, and let's just shake it out a bit. Perhaps one big inhale and then exhale through the mouth. Okay, And just a few more movements to sort of relax the body. I'm going to do opposite hand and opposite leg and just sway. And let's do the other side. Up, so find some momentum. Great. And release, shake out the hands, shake out the legs. One big arm circle. And exhale, bring the palms together at the heart space. Notice how you're feeling. And when you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. Thank you for your time today. I will see you in the next practice.